In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to work the quick shell stitch, and this is a sample of the stitch. It's made up of just using double crochets and single crochets, and you get this really nice drapey lace pattern. And first we're going to look at how to work it flat, and then I'll show you how to work it in the round. So to work the quick shells pattern, you first need to chain a multiple of 3 plus 2 stitches. So I've gone ahead and chained 17 stitches. And to set up, we're going to start with a single crochet into the second chain from hook. This is our setup row, so this will prepare us to work the pattern repeat. So we're going to single crochet into the second chain from hook. And now we're going to chain 3, skip the next 2 chains and single crochet into the next stitch. So the next 2 chains are 1, 2. We're going to skip those and single crochet into this chain. And we're going to repeat that all across the row. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 1, 2 chains, single crochet into the third chain. That completes our setup row. Now we're going to turn our work, and the first row is a right side row. So we start with a chain 2, and this chain 2 counts as a double crochet in our pattern repeat. So we chained 2, now we're going to do 1 double crochet into this first stitch, and now we're going to single crochet into the chain 3 space. So here's our chain 3 space. We're going to put 1 single crochet in this space. Just put our hook under that chain 3 and work a regular single crochet. Now we're going to do 3 double crochets into the next stitch. So our next stitch is here, this single crochet. We're going to put 3 double crochets in this stitch. And that's the start of our shell pattern in the, you can see in the sample here, that's what we're working on right now. These shells, this up part of those 3 double crochets, and then we get a smaller part of another single crochet. So we're going to repeat that to the end of the row. Just do 1 single crochet in that chain 3 space, 3 double crochets in the next stitch. Now here at the end of the row, the last single crochet, because this is a flat piece, we want it to lay flat, we're going to just put 2 double crochets in that last stitch to match our chain 2 and our 1 double crochet on the other end. So we're just going to put 2 double crochets in this last stitch. And that's row 1. And now for row 2, the wrong side row, we turn our work, chain 1, and we're going to do 1 single crochet in that first stitch. And now our repeat is chain 3, skip 3, and single crochet into the next double crochet. So what that looks like, we chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip 3 stitches. So you can see we have 1, 2, 3. And after those 3 stitches, the stitch we're going to be single crocheting into is the middle double crochet of that cluster we did, of that 3 double crochet 3 in 1 stitch. So you skip 1, 2, 3 stitches, and your single crochet should fall right in that middle double crochet. So we put 1 single crochet there, and we just repeat that across the row. We chain 3, we skip 3, and we single crochet into that middle double crochet stitch, and that's how you know your patterning is lining up correctly. And it's these 2 rows that you repeat for your quick shell stitch. Next, we're going to look at how to work the quick shell stitch in the round, and it's almost exactly the same except for dealing with our beginning of round, you know, the part where we join. And here I have a hat worked in the quick shell stitch. This hat was worked from the top down, so the shell stitch goes this way. And here is my beginning of round. You can kind of see it. We just have to kind of tweak the stitch pattern a little bit, starting and ending it, just so that we don't end up with a jog or where the pattern breaks. You can see I've got the pattern pretty seamless in this hat, and once you wear and block and just gentle wear of your project, you probably won't be able to tell where your beginning round is at all. So I'm going to work you through how to work the quick shell stitch in the round. So the multiple stitches you have to chain to work the quick shell stitch in the round is a little bit different. It's chain 3 plus 1. And to work it in the round, we're going to join this chain in the round quickly. Without twisting it, we're going to slip stitch into the first chain stitch. So I've gone ahead and chained 16 stitches, and I'm going to join this little piece in a circle by slip stitching into my first chain. So make sure my chains aren't twisted at all, and just slip stitch so I have this nice little circle. So the setup row is chain 1 and chain 3, skip the next 2 chains and single crochet into the next stitch, just like with the flat version. We're going to do this all the way around, and then we're going to end it a little bit differently. So I chained 1, and now we 1, 2, 3, skip 1, 2 stitches, single crochet into the next stitch all the way around. So I'm at the end of the round. I have chained 3. I have to skip 2 and single crochet into the last stitch, but because this is in the round and I want my work to look nice, I'm going to have this chain 1 be my single crochet. So I'm just going to slip stitch into it rather than work another single crochet. So I'm going to skip 1, 2, and here's my chain 1. I'm going to slip stitch into that chain 1. And that's how I'm going to end my setup round, so that everything looks as even and symmetrical as it possibly can. So that's the setup row. Row 1, round 1 is the next one. And we are going to chain 3, and this counts as a double crochet. And I'm going to do 1 double crochet into the same space. So I'm going to, this is where you can see here where I chained, where I joined and everything. I'm going to put 1 double crochet in that same spot. So here I have half a cluster of the shell stitch. You can see here I've done 2 of these posts. I need 3, but I'm going to wait and add that last one when I finish the round, and that'll be my last stitch. So I put 1 double crochet here, and in the next part we're going to single crochet into the chain 3 space and do 3 double crochets in the next stitch, just like with the flat sample. So I'm going to do 1 single crochet, 3 double crochets, 1 single crochet, 3 double crochets, all the way around. So here I am at the end of my round. I have to do 1 more single crochet in this chain 3 gap. And then to end my round, I'm going to put 1 double crochet in that same spot where I have my chain 3 and my double crochet, my 1 double crochet, to finish off this 3-post shell here, and so I can end my round. So I'm going to make sure I put my stitch, there's where my chain was, where the double crochet was. I'm going to put another double crochet in that same spot. I'm going to put my hook in that same spot. Work a double crochet. Oh. And to end my round, I'm going to just slip stitch into the top of this chain 3. And you can see that makes my shell like the rest of the round, but it also ends my round perfectly, so I don't have any breaks in the pattern. Otherwise our pattern would kind of be a little diagonal on this point, just with how this stitch pattern is constructed. So that was round 1, and for round 2 we have to chain 1, and now we're going to that counts as a single crochet, and it's just the same as when with our setup row. This is also going to be where we end our round. So we chain 1, that counts as a single crochet. Now we chain 3, we skip 3 and single crochet 1. 1, 2, 3, all the way around. At the end of our round, we chain 3, we're going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3. Instead of doing another single crochet in this stitch, we're just going to slip stitch. And see, this is where we, that was our last stitch or our last row, kind of want to go into the chain 1 itself. So you kind of skip almost 4 stitches here, it looks like, but it's actually just a step above that stitch from the previous round. You want to just slip stitch in this chain. And that ends your row. And this is how you maintain a good end and beginning of round for the quick shell stitch in the round.